Paul, really big game coming up this weekend.
Great game. Looking forward to it. We're in a good place. It's the games you want to play in, isn't it? You know, it's everything's against us. Probably be the underdogs going into it. So let's go.
Yeah, your two sides are really there to be shot at this season, aren't you? How have you, as Torquay, coped with that pressure? You know, which is really built up just by the history of the club more than maybe the strength of the team.
I think on occasions we've dealt with it well. On other occasions we haven't. You know, it's well documented. We're a young squad. Pressure is what pressure is, isn't it? I think you learn to deal with it in your career. I think the expectation levels are high on the football club, rightly or wrongly. I think Tuesday night was a prime example of Salisbury coming here and probably playing their best game of the season, and I'm not sure they'll recreate that. However, we were poor on Tuesday night, so we're definitely the big game for most teams in the league, and it's not going to change.
What threats do Dorking bring?
We've got a wealth of experience. They've been there and done it. They've had a tremendous amount of success in a relatively short space of time. They're a National League team last year. They've got lots of players with Football League experience. They're very physical. They're a big side and they play good football. So, all in all, it's going to be a tough game. But listen, we can't wait for it. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we always worry about your strikers. What's the news with Cody?
Cody's training today.
That's good. And Oz?
Ozzy's just wrapping him in cotton wool and just getting through game by game. I spoke about it after the game on Tuesday. It's been hard on him because we've gone that long with Cody and then Cody gets injured. So Ozzy's got to play every minute. And we're just coming out of a crazy Saturday, Tuesday period. If we'd only had Saturdays, it would be a lot easier on his body. But yeah, they're both fit.
In an ideal world, would you like to see the two of them playing together, as it were?
Not in an ideal world. I think they can do that. You know, it all depends what shape we would play as well. But I definitely think they can play as a partnership, definitely.
Injury-wise, how are you looking?
It's Dylan Morgan. Good news on Dylan, actually. He's actually ahead of schedule, so hopefully we'll see him again this season. But he's not going to be in contention, obviously, for the next couple of weeks. He's the only injury, and obviously Matty Wanacott is recovering from his second broken arm, bless him, and that's slowly progressing.
Brilliant. Thank you, Paul.
No problem.
After the game on Tuesday, you talked about the frustration of individual players maybe not doing what you'd asked them to do when they cross the white line. You've got them in training in a couple of hours' time. What do you do? Did you take individual players aside, or do you just try and repeat the message that you've given them?
There will be some individual chats. There'll be a group chat as well. I just thought, listen, it's not a great answer, but Tuesday night, I thought we were flat. I just thought we were flat. I think the mentality, having had two good away results and performances in parts, I think there was an air on Tuesday night of we're just going to turn up and we'll win. You can't ever have that in football, ever. And when you start poorly in a game of football, it's very difficult to change the tempo of a game. It's really, really difficult. Having said that, we went 1-0 up, didn't we? But it didn't seem to change much. You can sit here all day and talk about it. I think there was frustration's the right word. You know, some words banding about baffle me. But everyone was frustrated.
Yeah.
God, do you know what I mean? Come on, it's not. I don't think it was through lack of effort, and I just think it was one of those nights. I just felt we were flat.
You mentioned there about words being bandied about. Before any of us had even got home on Tuesday night, social media is full of armchair managers who come out with their opinions. Do you read it? Do you see it? Does it affect you? And does it affect the players?
I don't know about the players. I don't read it, but I get told bits by certain people. Does it affect me? It's not nice. It's not nice. What I would say is there's always a noisy minority at every football club. whatever club you're at and however well you're doing or poorly you're doing. I struggle with it in the current situation. We're sixth in the league going into the last 8 games and we're right in the fight. I'm not sure what some of them are getting at. It's funny really. I feel sorry for some of them to spend that much time to sit there and to berate people, and their choice of words at times is terrible. But to sit there and berate people, and it's not just me or Torquay, they're probably having to go at anything and everything in the world. So, I feel sorry for them really. But does it affect me? Of course it does. No one likes it, do they? But there'll always be a noisy minority, always.
And just getting back to where we were a minute ago, another thing you said in your after-match interview is you've got 8 cup finals coming out now.
Yeah.
How do you avoid that flat feeling? How do you get, particularly the young players who maybe haven't been in this before, how do you get them up for that?
Well, that's down to me to manage them and get the best out of them. We speak about it. I think it's a real exciting time of the season. I think it's a positive time of the season. We've had 7 points from the last 9. Keep doing that, you'll be in with a chance. So don't get too carried away. When you win games, don't get too carried away when you don't get the result or the performance that people want. Just keep going.
You covered it briefly. Zanzala, he's done really well, hasn't he, for a player who's not had a lot of game time before coming here and has been forced to lead the line and hold the ball up. And holding the ball up, he's done really, really, really well as well.
Yeah, he's a good player, Rich.
Yeah.
He's as we knew before we signed him. He's played a lot of football league games. He's had a lot of clubs. He's had success with those clubs as well. He knows how to play centre forward. Like I said, similar thing. I touched on it the other day. Similar thing to MJ, that he'll get better the more minutes he plays. But it's just been unfortunate that we've had this manic period. And after Saturday, that obviously settles down because we've got no more midweekers until obviously the Easter weekend. But he's done great.
With the Saturday coming up, and then it's Friday and Monday and a Saturday. Does that give you more time to work on things? Whereas when you've got a Saturday, Tuesday, is it more just getting on the training field, preparing for each game?
Yeah, no, you're spot on. Like tonight, we're training, but it's almost like a recovery session, for so many minutes. So it's obviously boys who need to train harder. Then tomorrow we'll look at the Dorking and we'll implement our game plan. What we want to do, how we think we're going to win the game, or their threats and all that sort of stuff as well. So we'll do that tomorrow. But a Saturday week is much easier than a Saturday Tuesday week, definitely. And like you said, you get much more time on the training ground.
Yeah. We played Dorking very early in the season, didn't we? And they were at that time they were kind of down to the bare bones, but they still came here and they had a lot of possession. You'd imagine maybe you might see a similar thing again. You said maybe you're going into this as an underdog. Do you think that can help the team?
Well, there's that pressure word, isn't there? But that's is the pressure on Dorking or the pressure on us? I don't know. We're in for a tough game, Clive, that's for sure. But we need to make sure Dorking are in for a tough game as well. It's two teams at the right end of the league, both battling very, very hard for 3 points. I think the home game, Dorking were very good, actually. I thought they were very good. Lirak scored his goal and last 5-10 minutes he was hanging on a little bit. But, that was an awful long time ago. Our team's changed, as has Dorking's as well. So we'll see how the game pans out, but we're looking forward to it, definitely.
Mark White's a big personality. He's always good copy, obviously. You looking forward to having a drink with him afterwards?
Yeah, I don't really know him. I've only met him the time we played down here, but he does. Yeah, he's big personality. He's had a tremendous amount of success. And if he wants a beer afterwards, 100%. I'll never say no to that.